Well, it's 1st of March, cabin fever sinking in pretty good. I needed a little side project, so I'm going to build another highbanker. This one will be just a mini one for the girls to play around with while we're camping. It's going to be pretty small. The hopper will be 5 inches wide, 12 inches long, probably like a 30-inch sluice at 5 inches wide, and then I'll flare it out to probably 7 inches. With Hungarian riffles in the first 5 inches, worst narrow, something fairly aggressive, and then I'll go flare it out to 7 inches wide for the next 29-30 inches with expanded metal. I don't want to spend the money on more gold hog matting, so I think I'll just use the materials that I have and try to stay fairly cheap and make her that way, so see how it goes. There's the initial template for the hopper. I kind of copied the Grey Wolf highbanker, shortened up a few measurements. It's going to be way smaller, so it's kind of hard to put into proportion on what would look good and be functional and yet not too heavy. I'm building this one out of 20 gauge aluminum, or sorry, steel, just because it's so easy to work with. I don't have the setup for aluminum welding right now, and it's just a lot easier to deal with, so won't be as light, and it'll probably rust a lot faster, but as of right now, just a little side project, easy to build, and I got enough material that I can probably do at least 1 or 2 more and maybe just sell them to try to recoup some of the cost for all the materials. So I got the initial template cut out. This is going to be the first bend I'll make, is right here. That's the bottom of the hopper. 2.5-inch sides and a 4-inch flare on the top, and then the ends will protrude out 1.5 inches, kind of like this one is. So I just got to remember to lay my lines out right, do the proper bends. If you bend it in the wrong sequence, you're not going to be able to make it work. So see how it goes, I guess. There's an example of piss poor planning when you rush. So I went to slide this into here to get these bends, and I wanted a 2.5-inch edge. This bender can only go to 3 inches right here, so that's all right. I had to go up a little bit more. And then also on my layout, the whole hopper ain't supposed to look like that. I should have went 12 inches, and then this should have been cut down to here. So now I gotta cut this, so there's a 90-degree corner right there, and then I gotta trim this back 6 inches, go up to this fold and cut all this metal off right here. So then I'll cut it here and I'll bend that down where it'll attach on to the main sluice run. Trying to go too fast and not thinking enough. With a lot of frustration and patience, I finally got the hopper more or less finished. That 20 gauge is too thin to almost weld. I blew through in a lot of places and stuff, but managed to get it sealed up fairly decent. Outside looks okay. Got it ground up, smoothened out. Paint will cover up a lot of the imperfections. Inside was pretty raunchy, pretty awful looking welds. I just wanted to get it more or less sealed up and able to hold without falling apart. Can't really clean it up, can't get the grinder in there, so a whole bunch of rocks bashing in and out will do the trick. Tomorrow I'll try and cut here, bend it down, put the bracket on for the support, and then maybe get the sluice box cut out and the sides bent up on it. There, I got the hopper bent and the little support brackets put on. Kind of a rough job, but it'll do. So I was trying to, I think my little bender's only good for 17 gauge, and I figured 20 would work all right. Trying to keep it lightweight because all the steel adds up after you get all the pieces put together. but the metal just warped so bad on it. Probably should have tried 16 gauge and would have been a lot less headaches. Now we'll get the sluice box, the main section of the sluice box, cut out and bent, and see where we go from there. Coming along pretty good. Got the hopper put on, the support arms, cut and bent a little piece for the dampening mat. I was gonna do a little crash box header ledge there, but it's just a lot of welding. I didn't want to blow any more holes in it, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide the miner's moss and riffles right underneath where all the material would fall onto. Now I'm gonna work on the little grizzly bars, get those on, and then might be it for today, I think. We'll see how she goes. Coming along pretty good. Got the grizzly bars put in. I kept a fairly tight space in between them to keep as many rocks out of the riffles as I could. And I took a piece of aluminum flat bar, ripped it in half for the support arms. I got it set right now at about a 1.5 in 12 pitch. I think I'll keep the Hungarian riffles, angle riffles, a little bit more steep, and then I'll probably reduce it down to 1 in 12 for the expanded metal. Tomorrow, if I get a chance to work on it, I'll work on the flare. I'm gonna flare this out. This is a 5.5 wide, and then I'll flare it out to 7 inches for the expanded metal, and I'll extend it another 30 inches, so I'll have a total of 5 feet of sluice. Then I'll have to work on the riffles, the legs, so there'll be a fair bit more work to do on it yet. And then I'll let the girls decide what color they want to paint it. I'm sure they'll go for purple or probably pink. I'll do probably like the sluice run hopper purple, support arms black, black for the grizzly, and then black for the legs. And I'll do 1-inch spray bars. I'm going to keep the spray bars open back here, so it'll be just like a U shape. I think it'll be easier for them to get their shovel in and dig rather than lift up and over the other half of the spray bars, kind of like how this one is. It's nice to have it right there because it stiffens the back of the hopper up, but this little thing will see some pretty small use. Kind of nice for testing. Carried around pretty light. I don't know, it's only probably 15 pounds right now.